Coach, how excited are you to take over as head coach at Maine, and what's been the biggest change being the one in charge of the program?
Well, I'm very excited. I'm about 7 months in now, so it's been getting into a routine and getting our schedule going before we get going in the preseason. But I think it's mostly the off-the-field stuff. Still very involved in what we do football-wise. That's more of a challenge now with the head coaching responsibilities. But it's probably some of those off-the-field media-type things and schedules and stuff like that. But it's been a lot of fun.
Last season was the best in school history. You had CAA championship, went to the semifinals of the FCS playoffs. Looking back on it now, how special was that run, and how much momentum does that add to this season?
Well, it's a lot of momentum. I mean, we have a lot of our players back, and that's really what it's about. We get 16 starters back, so I think having that kind of a year and bringing guys back has created a lot of positivity in the program, and it's been exciting. It's been a long off season, especially after a long year. But it's a lot of positivity. Our guys are really excited. So I think it's all really moving in the right direction. We just got to keep it going here in training camp.
Last year, the defense was one of the best in FCS, and 8 starters are back, including 4 guys we just heard were all conference honorees. So can that Blackwell defense be just as strong this year? And who are some of the guys you're expecting big years from?
I mean, it's the guys that were mentioned in there, of course, and our all-conference players. Some of the other guys, Charles Mitchell, he was an honorable mention guy. I think he's the most underrated player in the conference. He's an excellent defensive lineman, works really, really hard. And there's a number of younger guys that are going to be coming up and playing here as well. So do I think we can replicate what we did in 2018? I don't think that's really what the guys are trying to do. This is its own team with its own identity. We have a lot of great players who are coming back. We're trying to be the best we can possibly be, and hopefully that exceeds 2018. But I don't think we're thinking too much about that. It's really on to the next one for us.
You also have 7 starters back on offense, led by Chris Ferguson and 2 of your top receivers.
Yep.
Speaking specifically of Chris, how have you seen him grow the last 2 years, and what do you like in general about your offensive unit?
Well, I like the experience, and I definitely like the guys that have played, along with the guys that are coming up here. I think we have a lot of depth, which has been a challenge for us. Our big emphasis is going from being a solid offense to an elite dynamic offense. I feel like we serviced both sides really, really well, had some explosive plays and things like that, but it's time to really take that next step offensively. And with Chris, I had the pleasure of working with him directly last year. He's an outstanding leader. He's everything you want as a quarterback, and it's time for him to take the next step as well. So I love having Chris around. He's a great leader for our team, and he's a good player, so that's pretty important.
And the schedule is a challenging one. You have 2 FBS road games, a trip to Colgate, and CAA play, obviously.
Yep.
So how do your players take on those challenges, and how does that prepare you for hopefully another postseason run?
Well, every year it's always challenging up here in terms of the schedule. Last year as coaches, we thought it was probably the most challenging one. We didn't tell anybody, but it worked out okay. So our guys, they take the challenge on. They love it. They want to play football. They want to compete at the highest level. So 2 FBS, playing non-conference conference champs, and then playing in our league. It's a very hard schedule, and our guys love it. We embrace it, and playing that big competition, that's why you do it. We want to be able to achieve something, and it's got to be worth it along the way. So we feel like we do that up in Maine.
Awesome.
Cool.
Cool.
Appreciate it. Thanks.